Are you ready to do the shot? For the
Ready is kind of a funny way to say it. No, but let's get it going.
What up, everybody? Episode 39.
Episode 39.
Is it?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forget.
No.
We've been up all night partying because of the Sugar Show. Shot
Shots.
for the Sugar Shane. What a fucking performance, Jobin.
What a G.
That was awful. Not a drinker. Oh, God. I'm going to slurp it on the mic.
Yeah, but it was for a good cause, man. That was an amazing night. Amazing
Dude,
night.
holy shit. That was Max Holloway. You can't even compare it because you know what? It's Sugar Shane. What a fucking performance. Jobins, let us know what you fucking think. I can't settle down. Last night it was hard to go to sleep. I was just watching everything and I was just so fucking pumped up, dude. This morning I woke up right away because I just wanted to see everything that was going on, like what I missed while I slept, what everyone's posting out in the morning. It's one of my favorite things to do.
It was a masterful performance. I love that shit. That's one of the reasons Max Holloway comes to mind. He's one of my favorite fighters because of how he bodied Calvin Kattar like that. Dude, Sean bodied that guy, man. Stuck him so many times and was so accurate with sticking him. Dude, I was really, really impressed.
The accuracy, the numbers that during the whole fight when they kept showing us the numbers and the stats, it was like, holy fuck, he's not missing.
Dude, it was like 86% connecting, I believe, when they were reporting it last.
And it was cool seeing that stat that they released today with the most was it significant hits or just hits? I forget. In a round in the bantamweight division. Motherfuckers, 3 of them in the top 5. One of them being the champ, who's number 5. It was Aljamain versus Munoz. Good shit, Sean. That was fucking legendary, dude. Respect to the Chris guy for being a fucking zombie. It's true. Them guys over with Calvin Kattar and that manager, he picks them zombies. He's just like, how many guys can keep going, get hit, and keep... Favorite movie for that manager? Rocky. It's not about how many times you get hit. It's about how many times you hit. You keep moving forward. That's that dude's... It's probably in the gym.
Well, he can't have too many fights like that.
You
he took
can't.
A lot of damage.
Oh my God, dude. And Sean called it before the fight. He was like, I damage people's careers.
Yeah.
Respect to the guy, though. You never know, man. He could still have a good career. He showed a lot of heart, that's for sure. So hats off to that dude. What I loved was basically how we did compare it to Sean being on a treadmill the whole time and fucking kicking and punching and just nonstop. Weaving, dipping, dodging, slipping. That was
the pressure. The pressure you're talking about was real, and he
kept coming.
Kept going.
He kept coming, and Sean's fucking dodging everything and still landing. Insane. Oh, the dribbling. How about the dribbling? Some people are saying that he's still dribbling right now. Sean's out there dribbling right now.
That was He was just styling on him. Man.
That would get me. I heard it. Did you hear it? Whenever Sean, I heard the bounces. That's how much I felt it. I was like, oh my God, I can hear the dribbles. Da, da, da. Boom! Some of those shots, dude, would have put motherfuckers down. And he kept coming.
Sean's a scary guy.
Yeah,
I would not want to ever get in a fight with him.
You know, everyone's always like, and even him, you know, he wants to knock guys out real quick. The casual fans, first round knockouts. I'm sorry. I hope he doesn't hate that here. I love when he goes 3 rounds with people. And I know like how Cookie was, I don't know, man. It's a 2-way street. Yeah, maybe people get more footage out of you and they can kind of see your flaws maybe. But at the same time, it's like he's going to be better. But he's getting better every time, right? And it's like every fight's different. And you got to it's like, okay, motherfucker, do it to me. Whatever you think you're going to do, come do it to you. You got to do it to him. And then when you're actually in front of the guy, it's a completely different story.
Dude, he puts on performances. Like, how can you say that that's ever going to be a disadvantage to him? What are you going to learn? That he's scary as fuck in that cage?
Yeah.
I learned that he has fucking amazing striking accuracy.
Exactly.
And that he can body motherfuckers.
And cardio. Even though he was tired, you know, the fact that he was tired and still dipping and dodging and throwing punches, he's got it.
Man, I can't think of like any weaknesses that I would even try to find from that.
Yeah.
Like, that could just kind of outclass that.
Yeah.
That's a tough fight to come in for your debut.
100%.
So,
And hats off to fight. Sean showed a lot of class for everything being thrown at him last night, just like Khabib with the whole Alaquinta fight, losing the fight with who was supposed to be the original fight of that. Oh my God, I forget.
Was it Tony Ferguson?
It was Tony Ferguson. Then it was gonna be Max, and then it was Alaquinta. And Khabib handled it like a pro. A lot of guys do that. There's a lot of fighters when last minute shit happens, they handle it like pros. Some not though. You know what I mean? Some talk. I learned from Sean this time how many barks there are online. How some fighters are just barking and talking shit when apparently they're not really real about it behind the scenes. Like they're not actually trying to get the contracts going or anything.
Dude, you know what's crazy? I would love to honestly, after last night's performance,
Mm-hmm.
in the future, see like that fucking featherweight title shot, and I would hope like Max Holloway's there, because that stand-up battle would be amazing, dude.
Between who?
Him and Sean.
At featherweight?
Yeah. Just because,
Damn.
dude, his stand-up was sick last
He'll
night.
eventually go to featherweight. Sean?
Yeah.
He'll eventually go to featherweight. He says it all the time.
It's understandable why he's a fan favorite, though. Like,
Yeah.
his performance and his stand-up is pretty badass.
His speed, his kicks, the way he fights.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight that guy.
It's everything, dude. He's a sugar show. His hair looked phenomenal. The colors were... The call-outs, let's go.
Yeah.
I love the call-out. And Rob Font said some shit. It was nice, though. The way Rob called out Sean was all respect, because he knows what Sean brings to the table. And I think it's a great fight for Sean because it's cracking the top 10. Him and Rob fight. And guess what? I would think that could be a main event.
And Rob Font looked really good against Cody Garbrandt just his last fight.
Yeah. That could be a fight night main event, I think. My personal opinion.
100%.
I think Sean... Dude, it hit me when Sean weighed in and he fucking vibed off the crowd and you see him get all excited. I got excited. You know what I mean? He thrives off that shit. And I think Dana, you got to see it because you saw everyone else walking out. Who did the crowd all get loud for? Select few. Who did some of them get the loudest for? Sugar Shane. So it's like, come on, Dana, you put this kid in the right city, even Arizona. You know what I mean? They've been doing fights there. Fucking have him headline that bitch with them. Who would you put in the red corner? Would it be, since he's the already ranked opponent, it would be Rob Font?
Yeah.
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 And
Dude,
then
that'd
Sean
be
would
an
win.
awesome fight.
It would be an awesome fight. And such a good win for Sean. That would be like, whoop. And then it's like, oh, man, what's next? It's like, oh, dude, he's like 2 fights away from the title.
People really respect Rob Font, too.
Oh, God, yeah. He's a beast.
I'm not going to say if he beats him, but like when he beats him, if that fight would have come to fruition, man, because...
Yeah. Yeah, damn. Well, yeah, hats off, Sugar Shane. That was some shit. That was some really exciting shit. Oh, boy, though, was it... It felt good. Oh, my God, Twitch fam. YouTube fam. Immediately after Tai Tuivasa fucking knocked out Greg Hardy, I fucking went nuts. Maybe it was still because I was still high off of Sean's victory, but this motherfucker was talking some mad shit along with our buddy Brock and along with a couple of our other buddies. So when Ty came out and knocked that motherfucker out cold, stiff as a board, Schmitty felt so fucking good. Oh, and Brennan wasn't having it. I was like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
Okay, what happened to him? He did the same thing that happened to Stipe, to Francis Ngannou. He thought he had the guy hurt because he did for a second.
He kind of did.
And then Ty...
That's some heavyweights, dude. You're right.
And then he rolled up and got him.
He rolled. Oh, dude. It was like a freight train hit Greg Hardy right in the face.
It was a good win for Ty.
Stopped him dead in his tracks. Dead in his tracks. Oh, dude. Then the Ryan Hall, though. That hurt.
Yeah. I haven't been covering him as much, but when our boy Cookie was talking about him, he was like not surprised at all that he got wrecked. And
Josh is like that too.
They were both telling you.
Oh, that's what happens when you fight someone that knows jiu-jitsu. I get it. I just really like Ryan Hall. I was hoping he was going to win. It almost felt like his eye twitch thing is like his jiu-jitsu. Like he can't help but roll. It's his thing. It's like you just throw a punch at him. Like you could probably walk by Walmart and you just throw a punch at Ryan Hall and he'll immediately do that roll. I think that's how that goes.
But to the average person, I bet that's super dangerous.
Fuck, dude, he could literally kill both of us at the same time. He would do something with his legs to me and I'd be like, oh, and then he'd have you in his arms.
True.
Huh.
Because the other guy was he was a good.
Yeah, he'd have my leg in it like some kind of fucking horrible thing.
They should they need to make an action movie about a guy like that who does stuff and breaks people's limbs and stuff.
Oh, fuck.
Instead
some
of
Frank Mir shit.
Yeah.
Good old school Frank Mir. God, when he broke, it was either Little Nog or Big Nog. When he broke that arm in a Kimura, fuck.
Dude, he broke Tim Sylvia's arm too.
Oh, fuck. They were bad. I miss Frank Mir old days. Those were good days.
Dude, he still held his own in that boxing match that he had.
Oh, yeah, that was really good. That was fun to watch.
He did a way better job than Ben Askren.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Then a lot of people probably gave him credit.
He deserved more credit for fighting an experienced boxer like that.
Boy, did Anderson Silva get all the credit. Even though he killed it and he looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun, too. Think Anderson's done, or you think he'll do another boxing match?
Well, you know what's funny? A lot of people, there's haters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how good the other guy was that he fought.
Neither do I.
Everyone was talking shit, though. But I'm like, everyone talks shit all the time anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, how much could I really put into thinking this guy's not good?
Right.
But Anderson Silva beat him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Anderson
It looked good. It looked just like some vintage Silva. Yeah.
And you got to remember, if we're thinking about the crossovers, Conor only lost to the greatest boxer of the modern era right now, who hasn't lost, but like now Canelo seeming like he's like the all-star.
Yeah. Damn. So, all right, main event time. How do you feel? Next morning, Conor's probably already had surgery. He broke his tibia. So, I thought about this morning. I'm like, damn, 3 people that I've always really liked have all broke their leg or foot. Sean broke his foot. Anderson Silva snapped that motherfucker. And now Conor with his tibia. I personally, I think, after all, I think he'll be not as bad as Chris Weidman, obviously. Because Chris Weidman went through some shit with that one, piercing through the skin and muscle and everything. That's and to both the bones. But I think Conor could heal up pretty well. And it's funny, because remember before the fight, I'm like, oh, this one's going to go to a draw, and there's going to be a 4th fight. We're going to see a 4th fight between these guys.
You did say that.
And now, look, we actually probably will see a 4th. Dustin, even Dana White said, Dustin's going to move on, do his thing. He'll fight for the belt. But I guarantee it, give it like a year and a half, or who knows how well Conor does healing and all that shit. But, yeah, we could see that sooner rather than what I initially thought when it first happened. What a weird kind of break, too. And guess what Dustin was saying?
What?
He was saying that it was off a check. And remember when he pointed at him? Do you remember that in the fight? When Dustin pointed at Conor real quick?
Mm-hmm.
The camera angle when it happened, like, it was Conor had his back up against the cage and Dustin was kind of pressing forward.
Is that when he's saying it happened?
Yeah. He's saying that Conor kicked him and Dustin felt it. And that's when he pointed at him. So
And
I'm like, oh, fuck.
Going back on it?
Yeah. So Conor was like, no, there was no checks, right? He's all pissed off saying that. Ariel Helwani, he posted on Instagram this morning, and there's 2 photos of Dustin checking the kick. And so it's kind of like, I liked it. I was like, ooh, Ariel, that's nice. You can see what he's saying in the photos, because in the caption it didn't say anything.
Man, it's just like, everyone knows to go kick him now or check his kicks.
Yeah. Leg kicks. We have seen so many fucking leg breaks recently, dude. I can't take it anymore. I don't want, I want to see all these fights happen. And we want to, we're watching violence. But at the end of the day, I don't want anyone to get fucking seriously hurt like that. And I want to see the fight finish, I'd rather see Conor get finished in the second and knocked out than a fucking leg break.
I mean, at least I feel like the leg break is still better for him his ego.
Oh, his ego's something else, dude.
He looked like a huge jerk.
Yeah. And he looked pissed when Joe Rogan came and sat next to him. He just kind of looked mad. I thought it was kind of funny. I know he's mad about the whole situation, but he was like even more mad that the interview was happening while they were sitting down. And then it was weird. Oh man, poor guy. At the end of the day, I kind of feel bad for him, but then it's like, well, he said all that shit. He said all these horrible things. I don't think you should bring wives into talking about people's wives and moms. Talk shit. You can say some fuck. Back in the day, he wasn't like that, dude. Back in the day, he had some good shit talk. He would break down the fighter. I'd rather you break down the fighter and like make them feel demoralized with their skills, with clever things to say.
Dustin's better fighter.
I know it was all
How
reflections.
do you break down a guy that's better than you?
Yeah. Ooh, that was another thing. I never heard that before. The way Dustin said it. Karma's not a bitch. It's a mirror. And it's the same thing, you know. I think he was talking to himself. That's what I told you in the press conference. After the press conference, I was like, dude, I feel like he was just talking to a mirror. Like he was saying those things because that's how he felt. Maybe not about his wife or anything. Who knows?
Yeah. Dustin seems like a good guy, too, you
Yeah.
know, with like the charities and everything. And
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dustin also said that Connor was reaching in his glove, trying to pull him down with the front kicks.
Fight's a fight.
Well, no, you're not supposed to reach in the gloves. That's like grabbing the fence. Okay, so Dustin's trying to take down Connor, and Connor's just holding on to the fence. That's cool.
You don't get caught.
Get the fuck out of here.
Bro, sometimes you got to flap.
No.
Sometimes you got to flap for advantage.
No. Kevin Holland would you'd be fucking getting a little taken down right now by Kevin Holland. Remember when he's like, come on, Derek. That was cheating, man. And then what, Derek? Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, like how you're saying. Like, sorry, man, I had to do it because you got to do what you got to do. No, fuck off.
If they take a point from me, that's the risk I take.
That's what I'm saying, man. Okay, well, you know what? When I go fight Warlike, I'm going to fucking get my one eye poke and I'm going to get my one nut shot.
No, because you've said it now on video evidence, so this is premeditated. You can't do that now.
Oh.
Otherwise, they're going to use this as evidence for where that. So you can't do that now.
Who recently said they're going to kick him in the nuts?
Who says that? Who says
Someone
like
said that.
He said he was going to lay him out in a stretcher, leave him out.
Yeah.
And then who left in a stretcher?
I think it might have been a joke somewhere where someone was like, I'm going to kick you right in the nuts. I forget. Oh, but then Dustin saying, everyone booing right now, you can lick my whole butthole.
Mm-hmm.
That had me dead. I want a t-shirt.
I'm surprised there's that many fans for Conor still.
Yeah, it's tough. We're seeing the downfall of Conor McGregor. But does a guy like that lose?
And he lost to the future champ.
Does a guy lose like that, though?
Yeah, that's a loss.
Do you think you reached to a certain point of stardom and fame that people just love you no matter what because of who you are? Even if he loses? It's Conor McGregor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's already put his stamp on there.
Yeah.
You can't ever discredit the man.
I guess pay-per-view guys will tell in time, right?
Even Dustin, I'm sure, still respects the guy.
Yeah.
But
what's interesting is that he's always like, oh, I want to fight. I'm always a main event. Do you see him being a main event for his next fight? If it, you know what the funny thing will be. All right, let's see. Conor heals up. You know, Dustin maybe takes a little time off for the championship fight. Championship fight happens at the end of the year. Maybe what happens if Charles... What do you think between Charles and Dustin, I guess, real quick? How do you think that fight goes?
I feel like Dustin's got this.
You think so?
I think he's because he has experience too. I mean, Charles has been there too, but Dustin just he's fought everybody. He's fought Khabib, even though he lost to him. He's at least tasted it, to where Charles, he's not a real champ because Khabib's gone. But he is a real champ. He's a real champ. I say he's a real champ, but like really Khabib's gone. So it's like there's that void, and Dustin's about to show that he really was the champ if it weren't for Khabib. And that Charles should have never had it because that strap should have been with him that whole time.
Someone else tweeted that Khabib would beat both these guys the same night. Only reason that he's the champ is because Khabib doesn't want to fight. Someone said that. I forget who on Instagram. One of the fighters.
I mean, they don't sound too wrong.
Dude, The guy retired. It's over. It's like GSP. Who became the welterweight champion after GSP?
GSP could go in right now and win.
It was Woodley, right? No, Robert Whitaker. What am I thinking? Who was it when GSP retired?
Oh, you mean that who he like lost to, but like he beat?
Well, I know that was Johnny Hendricks.
Yeah, that was Johnny Hendricks.
And then he retired that night? Was that the night
That
he
was
retired?
the fight that he retired from.
Okay, dude. Wow, it's crazy. So he fights Johnny Hendricks, he retires, and then he comes back and fights Michael Bisping.
And he becomes middleweight champ.
And then he retired again.
As a champion.
Yeah. Okay, so who was champion? Hold on, what weight class was? God, this was so long ago. It was welterweight that GSP was champion of, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, was it Robbie Lawler then? No. Who? God, this was so long ago.
Who do you think Khabib could? Do you think Khabib could beat?
Well, I'm just trying
GSP at welterweight.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm like, well, GSP retired and we cared about who came next. You know what I mean?
I felt an empty hole for a bit.
Woodley beat Robbie. So who did Robbie beat?
Oh, well,
it was
Robbie
Johnny Hendricks.
Yeah.
It was Johnny Hendricks.
No, he lost the first fight.
Yeah.
Because he was upset.
Then
He was like, oh, I can't get up.
Yeah. Did he win the rematch?
He won the rematch.
He won the rematch.
And then
Fuck Jobin's time, man.
And then he had some battles.
Yeah. Wow. And then in comes Woodley.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then in comes Usman. Okay. I'm caught back up. I'm back on track. Anyway, what I was trying to say was, I think it's the same thing. Khabib retired. Charles is the fucking champ. The dude's on a killing win streak. He's earned it. He's the real champ. He's the real champ. Khabib's retired. He's
got Dustin to prove it. He has
Yeah.
to beat Dustin. I'm sorry. This is the biggest fight for Charles in his career.
Well, we all know how Dustin did against Khabib. He got submitted, even though Khabib is one of the greatest of the time. But I think Charles Oliveira's wrestling really well.
This is the single greatest fight for Charles Oliveira's entire legacy.
You're right.
His legacy.
You're probably right.
If he beats Dustin, all silence, everyone.
You think so?
If he loses, everyone's going to say what I'm saying right now.
And then, okay, so if he loses, then you think it'll be Conor if he's healed up in time?
Conor gets the title shot.
Oh, my God.
Because they're going to let him fight because of the injury. Say it's a fluke thing.
When really it wasn't. Conor was landing. Now, see, hold on. What's crazy about these leg kicks is sometimes it's a lot of these guys doing it to themselves. It is. I guess it has been. Chris Weidman checked Silva's. I forget. Did Uriah Hall check Chris Weidman's, or was it just it came out? He came out so fast and then just kicked the fucking leg as hard as he could, and then it was that sound where you're like,
he checked it. No, he
checked it.
He knew it was coming,
and he checked that fucking thing. Oh God!
I feel like that's why Uriah Hall felt so bad about it, is because like he knew that he had to check it, and then that happened, and then he landed on it like that.
Oh fuck!
And do you think Dustin did the same thing then? Is that what you're saying? Is that did Dustin purposely like get that check in and then so he broke it from skill?
Well, yeah. Well, and just you're supposed to check kick. He's good at checking kicks,
dude.
Because Conor was landing good kicks. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't you just say that all you really need to learn in MMA then to be successful is how to check kicks?
Everything.
And then just do strikes, because you don't want to throw as many kicks because you could break your fucking leg off.
I would say be well-rounded in everything.
But if you had
every single thing,
focus on something last, maybe leg kicks, because we see guys break their legs all the time.
Yeah, that might be a thing. This might change. You know, we keep seeing this shit. It might change the game up a little bit. Because if every motherfucker's just checking legs and breaking them these days, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight someone and break my leg. The thing that always creeps me out, too, is when they come back on it and bend the fuck out of it.
You know what? I can't believe you haven't even brought up. You went right to the main event. There was a co-main event, too, you know?
Yeah, but it was just kind of... It was okay. It was okay. It was good. Steven was doing good. It's just that fight actually was probably the fight of the night that actually went exactly how I thought it was going to go. Part of me, I wanted Gilbert. I was like, okay, Gilbert's really dangerous. He hurt Usman. I think he can get the finish. But then a big part of me, I was like, he's just going to get taken down. He's going to take him down. This is going to be it. It stood up a little bit more than I thought. I'll be honest about that. But it just to me, I was like, oh man, that went exactly how I kind of thought it was gonna go.
Man, so Stephen
Kinda boring.
Thompson really just should kind of not go for a title then ever.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he should hang it up.
His kick was
Yeah,
cool.
he can still beat. There's guys he can beat, but it's like, what about start thinking about your health. You know, think ahead.
Mm-hmm.
You've done a lot in the UFC. I know he wants that belt. He's not. I forget, dude. I can't wait to talk to some of the Jobins. They're all like, "Oh, Stephen Thompson would destroy Usman."
Well,
they're silly. Stop being silly. Watch the sport, okay?
Yeah.
Dude, you were calling Usman before me, and that's you made me zero in on Usman. You made me go, okay, hold on, what am I missing here? Because again, it's the same thing with Khabib. When Khabib first came out, it was those guys who just lay on top of people who just destroy. And then it was like the first fight where you're like, dude, this is the guy I'm so excited for. He's going to be the next champ. And what is Usman? And I'm like, dude, this is the guy that just fucking lays on people. What does he do? Knock that motherfucker out viciously. I was like, okay, that was fucking scary. Then we saw him live in St. Louis, and he dominated Emil Meek. And I was like, and then I was pissed.
And you know who trains his ass on that stand-up too that he's gotten so good at?
Who?
Henry Hoof.
Oh yeah,
who's been training Gilbert Burns and trains a bunch of guys.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Gilbert Burns is dangerous as fuck, and he's so good. He's the only dude that fucking actually put it to Usman first, made Usman like, oh fuck, he's about to go out. You know what I mean? So I kind of thought that, you know, how the fuck is Stephen Thompson gonna win this fight? Stay long, win by decision. But the dude's he's too much. He's too much. And that's Stephen Thompson, who was still showing. Remember when he did the spinning wheelhouse?
Mm-hmm. That was cool.
Or round, whatever it was.
He did do a kick.
Heel hook. Yeah. Yeah. Again, I think, I don't know, maybe I think it was a little bit of perfect timing because Gilbert was kind of dodging and going, and then it just kind of caught. Who knows? You know what I mean? But Stephen Thompson, one of the best strikers ever, and he was still, even though he was getting a little worked, I thought he was getting worked. He was still there. So, but I think that's it. Like the gatekeeper. And how old is he now? 38?
Yeah.
Man.
Who's Usman fight next anyways?
I'm pretty sure it's Colby Covington too.
Colby Covington
Yeah.
too.
And then it's like,
they need kind of some new blood in there for me. Because he kind of beat Colby fair and square.
I love Masvidal and Burns. I love Masvidal and Burns.
Masvidal gets them.
What?
No, not Masvidal.
Yeah.
I meant the other way
You
around.
meant Burns gets
I did,
Masvidal?
yes. That's
But I think that's a good fight, dude.
Gilbert gets him,
He
dude.
takes him down.
He could knock him out.
Yeah.
He could even knock him out.
Yeah. We did just see Masvidal get. He's in a little tough spot. What if he gets maybe the rematch with Nate Diaz?
He doesn't get the rematch with Diaz.
He doesn't get the yeah.
Stephen A. Smith, dude, commentating.
He killed it last night. He was fun.
Yeah.
I want him next to. I know you said Joe Rogan hates him, but I want him next to him.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
I really do.
Yeah.
He brought a lot of fun energy to it. I like that little conversation he had with Connor about the suits. My man, I'm usually the best one dressed, man. I should have known, man.
It's hard to do an impression of him because I want to yell every time I'm doing it, dude.
No,
so
that's
I'm
okay.
Like, oh, I can't do my Stephen A. Smith impression. It's too loud for the mics, man.
Well, that's okay. It's okay. Yeah, last night, dude, that was a great card. That was a lot of fun. I'm excited for Charles Oliveira and Dustin Poirier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I hope Sean gets his call out. I'm sure he will. It's gonna be that. It's gonna be. How soon? It's gonna be. I'm sure well, time will tell.
Yeah, you think he gets another fight? He definitely gets another fight before the year too.
It was a 3-round fight though, and Sean's been going hard. I'd imagine he'd want to heal up a little bit. Just take a little bit to heal up, and he'll want to get right back in.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 months. What is it right now? It's the 7th. So
No.
November. Maybe November.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Him and Rob Font. That'll be lit.
Yeah, Rob Font's a dangerous man.
Yeah. I think Sean's quick. I think he's quicker. Who's taller? I think Rob Font might be a little taller, isn't he? I forget how tall Rob Font is.
I don't think he can slip those like kind of strikes in though. That are changed the game.
Mhm.
You know, the significant strikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this coming weekend we got Islam. Who's he fighting? God, off the top of my head, I forget. But and he's the main event. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I forget.
I don't know.
But I'm just really excited for it. Khabib's back in AKA, and they're just making all that fun content again. And they're still going. They're still going. I wonder how long until he leaves. Because a whole bunch of people are getting all their shit back from even like 2 years ago. Mo sent him a pop figure. So that'd be cool. That'd be really cool if Mo got that back.
Signed by Khabib.
Signed by Khabib? Fuck yeah. Khabib's a legend, dude. He's got to deal with all those people waiting outside of his... Oh, I'm sure a lot of fighters deal with it. But he actually goes out and he does it every day and signs all their shit.
That whole culture that's been created there with Khabib like in the center of it.
The brothership.
And that family, dude, those people are just all coming out there crazy good. It's scary.
My God. It's scary as fuck, dude.
I'm like, fuck, we got to get that kind of culture going in on the areas.
And now that Khabib's like the coach, with his mindset, he's going to produce a mass army.
Yeah, because I feel like a big deal is like people fight harder for like family.
Oh,
too,
God, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's
And
not just for me.
Yeah, and they probably feel more uplifted and motivated by each other. 100%. And when they lose, too. You know, when one brother loses, they're like even more motivated to go out and get the fucking win for the team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's shit that's some DNA shit.
Dude, I'm telling you. A bad movie that's good to watch is Best of the Best on Netflix.
Best of the Best?
1989. Eric, I think his name's Eric Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
He's in it. Emma Roberts' dad.
Mm-hmm.
He's the main guy, and he's a karate guy, professional.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes for he wants to get in the competitive games, and South Korea's hosting it.
Mm-hmm.
And like the America versus South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the team versus team. And Sean Penn's brother is in it as well.
The guy who died?
Yeah. And he's like the Texas guy, and he's like an American loudmouth guy. He's like, yeah, I'm on the karate team for America. And, dude, it's such...
What was his name?
Chris Penn.
Chris Penn. Yeah. For people who have seen Dumb and Dumber, he's the guy who they prank with the hot sauce.
No. That's a different guy.
That's a different guy?
That's a different guy.
I did this before. Hold on. He is the guy from...
He's in Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs. And
he's in other stuff as a tough guy, mafia guy all the time in movies.
Why do I mix that up all the time?
That guy's older, I think, too, actually.
Yeah.
But Best of the Best is a crazy good movie, dude. It's so cheesy. He breaks his shoulder in the match, and then he keeps fighting. They're like, we got one more point. And he's like, And it's like, everyone should have stopped the match. And he's like, get it back in. Get it back in. And he's crying, and it's like, okay. Yeah. And they do it. And then
some Rocky shit.
Yeah.
Adrian! Yeah.
And then the other guy after him, the main guy, his brother was killed by the South Korean that he has to fight in the last Olympic Games.
How do we make this to where everyone just wants this son of a bitch to win?
And at the end, he doesn't do the final strike. He doesn't do the final strike because he knows he'd kill him.
How does he know he'd kill him? What's
the
guy doing?
The guy's like this, and they're like, Tommy. His name's Tommy, the most American name ever. Tommy, don't do it. Tommy, don't do it. And he's just like, like he's ready to do like a back spinning kick and kill the guy, and then he doesn't, and time runs out, and the guy had more points. Best of the Best on Netflix. Everyone,
what year was this made?
1989.
1989. You know, I probably might like it because you know what? I've been enjoying so much older movies more than newer movies. Oh, yeah. What do you think? We should watch this part 2. But what did you think of Fear Street on Netflix? What's the first one? 1994?
Oh, my God.
What did you think about it?
Surprising.
So you liked it more?
The death you showed me,
I
was like, I did not
No spoilers.
I did not see that death in that movie happening.
Right?
Boom. Spoiler free.
I liked it, so it's cheesy, but it somehow kept me, kept me zoned in on it. And I was vibing. I think when I was watching it again with you, I appreciate like set design when they actually make me feel like we're in those time periods. The only thing is those guys, they look so young that they don't look like, to me, they just don't look like 90s people. So that's the only thing that I was like, at first, I was like, I had to get used to. Kind of like Stranger, like how you talked about Stranger Things with me about it. Because they but they did so well with the set design and their clothing that it makes you feel like it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that, and the lighting, I think that's just what I really appreciate, the parts I do appreciate with these ones. Because the second one looks cool too. It's all about, it kind of reminds me of like a Jason movie, you know, with Camp whatever.
Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah, my boy. Yeah. When I can't remember shit, you got my bag.
Well, I like horror movies too.
Yeah. Well, hey, dude, Halloween or Jason
Or Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Or Jason. Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
Halloween, 100%.
that's cool.
I'm kidding.
No,
Well,
I'm
everybody knows the first one's not Jason. Like,
Yeah, it's his mom. So we just ruined it.
if it's
Someone might not have seen
movie's
it.
old AF.
Yeah,
Halloween's better anyways.
yeah.
Friday the 13th, it's okay.
But anyway, what? So you thought it was better than what you thought it was gonna be?
Yeah, no.
We should we should finish it and then go watch the second one. It's cheesy.
I'm down.
It's cheesy, but if you just want to go in there and have some fun, I think it's worth it. And it's cool because they all come together. I like trilogies like that, even though they're all different. And then this coming so it's Fear Street 1994, Fear Street 1978.
Yeah, I think that's the one that Quentin Tarantino directed.
Oh, did he?
No.
They might be all directed by different people.
I'm kidding. Would be
They're all an
crazy.
hour and 50 minutes. It's like, damn, this is a straight up movie. It's cool. I know, but it's like,
How long is Stranger Things?
I like how they did it every Friday. Like, do that some more with some real good shit. Like, imagine if Lord of the Rings back in the day came out for 3 weeks every Friday. We would have been, like, mind blown.
Well, it was Lord of the Rings had good pacing.
Like Matrix back in the day. Matrix 2 and 3. One came out at the beginning of the year. The other one came out at the end of the year. And that was like, what the fuck? I was like, how did they do this? But it's like
Their filming schedules.
Yeah.
And it is crazy. So it was actually more convenient not to delay it then, right?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure Netflix, because, dude, they got to be swimming in fucking money.
They have a lot of competition nowadays.
They have so much money, they don't know what to do with it. It's very obvious. But they probably had all three of those being made at the same time with all different production crews. Let's go back. I'll have to go back and look at it and see who did what on each one of them. If it's the same people, I'll be fucking impressed. For each one of them.
They really don't know what to do with their money. Because
Yeah.
I watched Dynasty Warriors on Netflix, which is a video game adaptation of the Dynasty Warriors franchise, which I've never played. So I was like, oh, it just seems like a martial arts movie. Dude, it was so crazy. They ended the movie where it seemed like it was only a third of the way through.
Oh, sorry.
Like, the movie only seemed 1/3 of the way through, dude. And I was like...
And then it just abruptly ended.
But guess what? It was still like 2 hours long. And I felt like they tried giving me so much information. And I was like, this isn't a story. Like, you only gave me like a chapter.
Oh, wow. Is there going to be another one?
I don't think there
You
should
think
be.
so? Yeah.
I would check it out, yeah.
And then, oh, God, the season 2 came out for that one show that you liked that you showed me.
I Think You Should Leave.
I Think You Should Leave. Check that one out, Joe. That one's fucking hilarious.
With Tim Robbins.
Oh, my God. We have to go back and watch that one skit. There's a haunted house skit in the season 2. And, oh, man, we were fucking laughing. I laughed so hard.
Mm-hmm.
It had been a while since I laughed that hard. Oh, he has that great awkward humor. You know what I mean? And shit that is almost relatable.
Yeah.
But sometimes a little too extreme.
The premise is like, after everything he does, you'd be like, man, I think you should leave.
Yeah.
Because he's so awkward. Or not just him, but the scene might be so awkward that someone would want to say that or leave themselves.
Does. And he fucking goes. Jump out of the fucking wall. He's like, no. And he's like, cool. And then people have no idea.
Yeah.
Go watch it. They gotta watch it.
Watch it. It's good.
It's fucking good. You said you wanted to talk about something. Do you remember what you wanted to talk about?
Oh my God.
I kind of came unprepared today because there were some other things I wanted to talk about.
I do remember what it was.
What?
Remember Andrew Jenk, who was on Logan Paul? You showed me one time. He's a financial advisor guy. who does financial videos. His YouTube channel's getting unplugged, pretty much canceled.
Oh,
shut
really?
Down.
Why?
And Stephen Graham, a guy who's a financial YouTuber also, and has 3.69 million subscribers. So he has even more than Andrew Jink. He has more than him, and he's getting shut down.
Why are they getting shut down?
Because there's spam bot people who are using their names and their pictures and doing scams on people and telling them to do things, and like it violates YouTube policy.
Oh, so that's not even their fault.
And it's gonna get shut down.
And it's like not even their own fault.
Yeah.
It's because of some hacker.
And I think what makes it worse is that these two guys are like in the financial sections, to where they are saying like money things to try to get people scammed. So it's like even worse that they would be doing it, I guess.
Dude, what the fuck's going on with all this hacking shit? There, you know what else happened? That's fucked.
Can you imagine 3.69 million people? You
them.
grow a following that high, and then your YouTube channel's gonna get shut down.
We should riot for them.
I was like, that's brutal. And those guys, I really liked what they have to say and stuff.
You know who's probably doing all this is fucking anonymous sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Because there was another thing. I forget what it's called. It's like a Siri, but it's another type of thing where it like talks to you and shit, and you have it like throughout your house.
Alexa?
No, not Alexa. It was another one. Amazon sells them, right? They're getting hacked, and like all
Echo.
Maybe. No, I don't know.
They're getting hacked though.
Someone help me out in the comments. Fuck. I hate when I forget shit. I should have wrote it down. I just found it interesting because all like imagine having some shit up in your house and all of a sudden someone hacks it and they're talking to you. There was a girl who had one in her baby's room, and it was like a 6-year-old little girl, and they were fucking with her. They were like saying shit.
The 6-year-old?
To the 6-year-old. Yeah. So they were trying to say have her say the N-word and like say all this, all that. Tell her to do shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the mom was like filing a lawsuit. And the thing that's fucked up is the company wouldn't reply to them at first and told them, oh, it's basically up to you what you want to do with your subscription with this. Like you can basically saying, well, you can cancel it if you want, and that's it. And then so she took it further because apparently when they like did everything they could to see how it got hacked, they couldn't find anything. So whoever hacked it, I think they said it was from a third source party. So they knew what they were doing, and they're not going to get caught. But it's been happening to a whole bunch of people who have the same device. So it's like all of a sudden one day someone's going to hack our shit, and we'll hear it, we'll be like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, you guys are doing a podcast. We'll be like, what the fuck?
That would be crazy.
Yeah. Everything's getting hacked. People are just getting too smart for it. The technology we have is being able to let everyone do it.
And then it's like, what's the solution? We create something that's going to, like, do a fail-safe, but then that gets hacked.
When do they hack the power grid? When's the power grid get hacked, bro? All you got to do is turn that bitch off and everyone goes crazy.
That's the next James Bond movie that needs to be made, is them hacking the power grid, and we get our boy Hiddleston from Loki to be the new James Bond.
Dude.
Be crazy.
Another thing, I was watching some shit about water. Water Wars is going to happen. Just like fucking Mad Max. There's some movies, Terminator and Mad Max are two movies that, and Idiocracy are just movies that I just kind of can't enjoy. Because it's like too close. It's like, I know that might not happen in our lifetime. We might start seeing it happen, but we'll die out before it like really happens, But I just feel bad for the next people. And I don't think I'm ever going to have kids because, girls don't want to have a kid with me. But even if I did have a kid, I'd be fucking worried, dude.
Yeah, of like how their quality of life will be.
Yeah. Dude, recently there's over in other countries right now, the amount of water they have is so fucking low. Tensions are growing apparently between countries of how they get their water. And then even one of our rivers that like feeds like 7 of our states is only at like 30-something% of its capacity. And they've been in a 20-year drought, just keeps getting lower.
Well, I mean, When you got Richard Branson doing Virgin Galactic and they're doing space travel trips, maybe we could do some colonization out in
That's
the
what scares the
stars.
fuck out of me. Everyone, it's like, okay, so you guys gave up. It's too late. It's too late. That's what that tells me.
Well, you think about this though. The biggest argument against like global warming, right, would be that it's a cyclical thing. Like it happens in cycles. So regardless of human intervention, there's still going to be some sort of climate change. So
Also,
why wouldn't
always.
you still go for that plan B
100%.
just to do colonization, even though we should still have a proactive stance on bettering the environment?
Because that smart robot motherfucker probably knows it's too late. He said no matter what. He's just like you.
I don't think Richard Branson's the smart robot motherfucker. I think he employs rich smart motherfuckers. Elon Musk is a smart motherfucker, but he has smart motherfuckers under him too.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we're in another space race. We're in another space race.
But it's not between nations. It's between
billionaires.
between corporations.
Billionaires.
Corporate oligarchies.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
Crazy times, dude. Back to the water thing, though. They were talking. I found it's like we're growing crops in places that wouldn't grow these crops, all because we want to eat these foods in the seasons that they don't grow. Our spoiled asses need to change a little bit. I'm spoiled. We're all spoiled in our ways and what we eat. Mm-hmm. Imagine if everyone only ate like, okay, we eat meat, but you only eat meat 3 times a week instead of every day.
Do you think we'd be as far in society as we are today if we simply said, I'm good here?
Yeah, true. Yeah, and plus that.
Do you think you reach out to the stars?
Yeah, and how many people are gonna listen to everything? God damn it! Because it's inevitable.
Exploration is part of humanity, right? Like maybe it's a good thing that we're overindulgent because it motivates us to always reach beyond our means.
Some of the realest shit. Further. Everything ends.
I have no response.
Everything ends. Nothing lasts forever. And when crazy shit just keeps happening over and over again, it just makes me go, well, fuck. We might as well just do what we want to do and chase what we want to chase and try to be and enjoy life.
Enjoy life to the fullest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just spread positivity. Talk some shit. Have fun. Try to leave the earth better than when you came into it.
Yeah,
it's so hard to do, though, man. That's why I'm telling you, man, if I could take out some of them people who own corporations and make them change. Like, there's so many fucked up people and dumb people that will never follow rules. So it's like we have to, like, okay, if plastic is so fucking bad, then let's not use it and use something else. Mm-hmm. And
you know what's messed up too? The tax system.
There's so many.
You know what's crazy? Warren Buffett's secretary has to pay more in taxes a year for income tax because Warren Buffett, he only makes his income through capital gains, the money he makes through his investments, and they're only taxed at like less than 20%. And her income tax is taxed at 40%.
Oh, fuck.
And even Warren Buffett...
And she probably makes less.
Yeah, and Warren Buffett said, if it were up to me, it wouldn't be this way. But why would I not take care... Well, I mean, he employs her. He's the one paying her anyways. And, like, she knows...
That's true.
She knows what her taxes are coming out.
And you're both so rich. Come on. How much money do you need?
I'm sure she's probably making good money as his secretary. But, dude, isn't that crazy that capital gains or what rich people make off of what they own in the stock is taxed way less
than like us on every day and what we buy?
Employment tax. But then what's scary is if, okay, say Biden taxes these rich people now, well, then those asshole greedy people, like, they don't care about other people but only making money. They're going to go to
anybody.
They're going to go to other countries that are going to tax them less on their earnings.
Yep. Wolf of Wall Street.
It's just like, dude, there's no way to really punish the rich in like a system like that. Like, you'd have to do immoral, like probably illegal shit to like bend the knee kind of stuff. Like, laws and everything.
Line them up.
They're always gonna find ways to like have the laws benefit them, you know.
I guess time will tell, right?
Yeah.
Time will tell what this crazy circus ride's going to do. I hope I'm there for it. Because, even though this crazy ride is fucking nuts, I'm there with a little bucket of popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
Observing.
Yeah, it's interesting times.
Yeah. It's going to keep getting fucking interesting. All right, Jobins. We hope you fucking enjoyed episode 39. Have a fucking good day.
Take care, everybody.